Thank you guys. Thank you guys seriously for coming out. It's great to see you guys all packed in here. It's good to see. I'm sure the fire department doesn't like that, but whatever. So I know it might be surprising because I look like I haven't even hit puberty yet. But I've actually got a kid at home. She's 3, and we're going through that whole potty training thing right now. You know, you guys ever do that? It's quite awful because kids they never want to go, especially in public. We were out at the Target, and I said to my daughter before we walked in, I'm like, "Hey, do you need to go pee-pee?" And she looked up at me and she said, "Puppy? Puppy's at home, Dada." I was like, "Oh, well, it's cute you think you're smarter than me, but it's okay because I know you're going to have to go eventually." And of course it happens while we're shopping. But kids, they don't tell you when they need to go, they tell you when they're about to go. So she tells me almost like the building's on fire. She just, "Pee-pee, pee-pee." I drop everything, I pick her up, I run her to the bathroom. We get there in time, and I sit her down, but before she can do anything, the automatic flush on the toilet goes off. And she just freaks out at this. She's crying, she's looking at me, she's like, no, Dad, no pee-pee, I'm all done. But I get very stern and fatherly in this instance. And I look at her and I say, "No, you're not getting up until you go, so you better just go." And she looks at me, tears still rolling down her face, and she looks over at the door and she just goes, "Help! Help!" Yeah, that was the moment I realized she is smarter than me. Because as much as I want her to use that toilet like a person, I also don't want to be a registered sex offender. So touche, potty training's over now. People always tell me, they're like, "Oh, Josh, your daughter, she's such a sweet little angel, you know? She's so disciplined." And I always think, "Oh, it's probably because you didn't have to deal with her at 2 a.m. I'm not sure if there's a God in this world, but I know there's a devil. Because she's at home right now." Yeah, she never lets me sleep though. That's why I've gotten really into napping. Napping's my big thing. I like to think of it like napping for me now is like masturbation was when I was a teenager. Anytime I'm alone, just assume that's what I'm doing. And for God's sakes, knock before you enter. My daughter, though, she can't even let me do that. So if she sees me trying to doze off on the couch, she just grabs any, dolls, Legos, shoes, just really anything she can find. And she just starts piling these things on top of me. Because isn't that how a child really should make you feel? Buried alive. I do love my daughter, though. Maybe a little too much. I'm a little overprotective. I don't let her do, any of that daycare or let strangers watch her. I like to think that one day she's going to say to me, "Oh, Dad, you never let me go out." And I'm going to make her watch the movie Taken. And then she's going to say to me, "Well, how often does this really happen?" And then I'll make her watch Taken 2 and 3. Because apparently, pretty often. And I hate to say it, but I don't have the skills required to save you. So, I was at work recently, and I was helping out this guy, and like any customer service-based job, at the end I said to him, I'm like, "Hey, can I help you with anything else?" And he said to me, "Well, I was just wondering if you had any dinner plans." And I thought, well, I'm not gay, but I'm at work, and I know it's kind of awkward to ask someone out on the spot, so I was like, "I'll take care of this real quick and easy." And I said to him, "Sir, I'm very flattered, but I'm actually married." And he said, "Well, he must be a lucky man." Because apparently, the idea I could be straight is fucking insane. It's one thing to assume that maybe I'm a little... It's quite another to assume I'm a gay, married man. Because that's not a guy that's experimenting or trying out new things. That's a guy who knows what he likes and is going full on with it. So now I'm livid. So I square up at this guy and I look him right in his eyes and I said to him, "You know what, sir? Yes, he is." realistically, I wasn't going to fight this guy because I don't know him and I don't know his level. But I do know my own. I know I'm soft. Like the other day, I was doing yard work and my lips got sunburned. I didn't know that was an actual thing. That is your body literally telling you, sir, I don't know what you're doing. This is not for you. Please go inside and find a computer. The best part of that, though, is my friends, they were teasing me, and they're like, oh, man, you know, Josh, that shade looks really good on you, but I always thought of you as more of like a rose red. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I call this sun kiss. So. Sometimes I do question myself, though. The manliest thing I'm into is, like, football. You guys love football?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my brother with his Patriots hat. But, like, for me, like, I love football, but when I chose a team, I just chose the one that had the most handsome quarterback, you know? It's like, well, I need something to look at all day. Yeah. I'm also, like, into the show Arrow. You guys ever seen that show? One guy? Yes. But I love the show Arrow. If you don't know Arrow, it's basically like Gilmore Girls with archery. It's a very over-dramatic interpretation of the Green Arrow comic. But I love the show. And I was watching it, and Stephen Amell, who plays the Green Arrow, he took off his shirt, just revealing this chiseled, cut body. And out loud, with my wife in the room, I said, well, goddamn. God damn. Because now I have to live my life knowing that about myself. Now I know if Stephen Amell came up to me, I'm assuming in a jean jacket because this is my fantasy. And he said to me, you know, Josh, I was wondering, you want to go salmon ladder with me in the back? I'd look at him and I'd go, salmon ladder me up, bro. Salmon ladder me up. If you guys don't know what a salmon ladder is, it's whatever you want it to be. Let you finish that for me. That's so ridiculous. I'm not very into cars either. You know, it's not for me. But I couldn't get my car to start the other day. So I called my father-in-law, because you know, he's both a man, and he's also Mexican, so I mean, it's kind of in their blood, right? And he said to me, he's like, well, you're across town, Josh, so it's going to take me a little while if you don't mind waiting. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not doing anything else. So I'm waiting, and this random stranger, he stops and he's like, hey, man, do you need some help? And I just looked up, I was like, thank you, Lord. Because if my father-in-law doesn't have to know that I don't know about cars, this is even better. So I'm like, yeah, help me out. So we get out and we go over to that like I want to say front trunk, but where the engine is, right? So we're looking in there and the guy says to me, he's like, well, it can't be your battery because your lights are turning on. I was like, I was thinking the same thing. Realistically, I was like, I don't even know what kind of batteries this thing takes. Like, is it like the double A or that weird D battery? I'm like, whatever. He's like, you know, I have an idea. If you don't mind, I'm going to get in the driver's seat. I'm like, sure, that's fine. So he gets in, he sits down, and just immediately looks annoyed. And I already know in my heart, I'm like, oh, this is something simple. And he sticks his head out, and he's like, so you do realize you can't start your car and drive, right? Yeah. But he said it to me like I was a goddamn child. So I said to him very defiantly, I'm like, yeah, of course I know that. And he said, then why are you wasting my time right now? Now, full disclosure, I'm not very quick on my feet. So I just said the first thing I could think of. I was like, well, I was wondering if you had any dinner plans. I was recently in a car accident, which really sucks. It doesn't suck because I totaled my car. It sucks because I know, like, even though my name sounds kind of like a pizza, I'm actually half Asian. So I knew all my friends were going to be like, oh, I bet you were at fault because you're Asian. Yeah. And I was like, you know, that's racist. That's ignorant. Like, I was at fault, but that has nothing to do with me being Asian. It's just that I'm a bad driver. Like, when I merge over without signaling, it's just because I'm not a flashy guy, all right? I don't want you to see me coming. You know, I realize I can be just as dumb. Like, you know, now I'm kind of jumpy whenever I drive, and I had this car like try to merge on top of me. I had to slam on my brakes, and just without thinking, I was like, oh, this Asian bitch. Come on, Josh, you gotta be better than that. So I sped up, and I pulled up next to this car at the light, and I looked over, and I was like, oh, man. Hey, Mom. All right, guys, you guys have been great. Thank you guys a lot.